Hi. Uh, if there is a question like, tell me about yourself. So what do you say? About you? About what? Of course about you, because the question is about yourself. So you need to talk about yourself. So very first question in many interviews. Right? So what do you answer? Of course, about your name, where you're from, about your academic details, then what? So there was a funny question in one interview, and I was trying to explain everything. I just told about my name. I just told him, okay, this is my name, I'm from this place, and this is where I have studied. At first he said that is related to your studies. All right. Then I said about I said something related to my hobbies. Then he said that, okay, that is not defining you, that's your hobbies. Then I was talking about my likes, dislikes, and again I said that that is related to something about your interest. Okay, so what is defining, what is your definition? If someone is asking you, say something about yourself, so what do you say? Of course, this, if you are going to define yourself with your name, with your academic details and your work experience, if at all, if you have one or many, and it's related to your professional details, academic details, and where you're from, that's all right. Is there anything else? Can you say anything else about you? Again, how they are going to judge you? With what? With what information? Because they have your resume. They have all the details related to your name, your career, it's all about your academic details, how much you scored, everything is there. Then what? What are you going to explain, and what do they really expect from you? You must understand one thing. It's about the jobs profile. It's related to what they are looking for. They are trying to identify the person who is going to perform the task, who is going to match the profile. So you must understand one thing before you present yourself in front of anyone. You must understand one thing, that what they are looking for. Of course, you are applying for the job, you know that. You've been through all the details. You have been through all the details related to the MNC, related to the organization, and you know about everything. The outline, because you are not a part of that particular organization. So you knew little about each and everything, especially about the profile which you are applying for. So you are very much aware of the fact that what the skill is mentioned, which is really important, the requirements, because it's, everyone is having the certificate, everyone is having the knowledge that is out of your schools, out of their schools, colleges, it's all about the degree, that textbook knowledge, right? That is required, of course. Without that, you cannot even enter into that sort of platform. When you're applying for the particular profile, you must understand what they are looking for. So they are trying to find out the part of you which is going to perform the task, which is going to match that particular profile. They don't need anything other than that, because they really want you to fit in. You know about the cookie cutter concept, that they use the cookie cutter to cut the cookie dough. It's all same, unique. But of course, when you go for any profile, like when you are applying for a job, and if you are searching for the job, it's like the same cookie cutter concept. It's like we came out of the school and we are looking like the same cookies. Is that so? Of course, because of your grade, your marks, it's going to speak about your technical knowledge. That's really required. But what is required more than your technical knowledge or the textbook knowledge, whatever you have received in your schools? What is required? What do they really want from you? So of course, it is all related to the profile. So did you go through the profile very well? At least 10 to 12 sentences defining the career, defining the job's profile. So did you read that? Then you are able to give your answer. But when they are asking you the question again and again, that is defining your character, that is defining your interest, that is defining your school, that is defining your hometown, then what is the answer going to define you? That is related to the jobs profile. If you are going to give the answer that is going to match the profile, it's whether you are able to mingle with everyone, whether you are able to play a good team player. It is related to the interpersonal skills. There are many, if you talk about skills, there are many things. Soft skills. If you talk about soft skills, that is not only related to communication. It is quite different than the technical skill, of course. But it is more than that. It is not just related to the communication. Then what? What is there? There are many things included in that, like how you are going to represent yourself and you are going to play your role as a team player. You should understand how to behave yourself and how to behave with others. How to represent yourself, how to mingle yourself, how to play your part without compromising the values of yourself as well as the rules and norms mentioned in the organization, about your body language, about your, the most important skill is how you are going to understand the job's profile, how you are going to fit in. So you really don't understand anything. If you're going to apply for your job as a fresher, you won't have this sort of knowledge. Like, of course, you knew about the company, you just got the information from the search engine, and that's going to give you the details. That's the outline of the organization. And about your job profile, like, it's going to say something, okay, this is what we want from you. If it is matching, please apply. Right? Okay, so you are applying for the job, then you are waiting for it. You got the call. So you are going to talk about yourself and your school, your interest, likes, dislikes, etc., etc. Then you really don't know about one point, that what is the next position. You must understand the hierarchy, but you are not having that particular knowledge. Like, okay, what is next? Because you are applying for the position, say something called A, and the next position is B. And so when you are out of this A level, you have to step into the B level. So what is the requirement? There you are going to present yourself, the whole knowledge about yourself. If you are aware of the fact about the job's profile, then you must go and understand the whole thing, what is happening. So is this your role? Then what? Just go and watch. Like, once you settle in, just watch. Like, what is going on? Okay, am I assigned for this job? Is that enough? No, that's not enough. Because you are not the only person doing that job. Is your job connected with someone else? Is anyone else responsible? Are you going to report to whom? To your team leader. Now there is a hierarchy. Supervisor, team leader, managers. So you must understand about all these things. So it's not just your job. Your job is connected with many personas. Because if you are not able to perform your task, or if you are simply presenting your job and the next person going to take care of it, handle it further, then you must perform your task very well. That is first thing. That is related to your skill. But there are many things. You are not the only person in that organization. You are going to talk to someone else. With your teammates. So the interpersonal skills are very, very important, related to how you are mingling with your team, how you are going to contribute yourself for the team success, and how you are improving yourself day by day to get into another level. And it's not just about one person. It's not just about your team leader or someone. There are many. You need to understand the organization, the hierarchy, and everyone. Like, if you want anything, like, see, I want to take this particular thing out of this. So you are confused. So you need to check with your teammate at first, but there are many people for it. So you have to understand the whole thing related to the job profile and your team members, and how the team is connected with other departments. So if there is team A, if they perform their task, then they are going to handle it with another team. They have to hand it over to other team. There might be many things. It's related to the organization, how it is structured, how many teams are there, how it is connected, how you're going to work as an individual as well as a team player, how you are going to cope up with the pressure. Pressure means what? What sort of pressure? There are many things. It's we are out of schools, we are going to the school every day, gaining the knowledge and coming back. We are discussing it with our friends, with the books in the library, with many things. Then we are writing the examination. That's different. But the practical knowledge, what you have gained, as well as how you are going to apply that, it's all related to many things. As I told you, soft skills, technical skills, and I will talk about it again because it's a big concept. You need to understand first thing that your job profile, if they are giving you many things, you need to understand each and every line. Then when you're going to talk about yourself, then you need to represent yourself with the messages that's going to, that will match the profile, the job's profile. The job profile is quite important. Got it? Why should I have to talk about this? Because I can tell you like this, hey, I'm Kritika. Oh, I can't say that, hey, I'm Kritika. So if it is official, you will be like very polite and looking straight into the person's eyes, and of course you will feel the butterflies in your stomach, but you will never going to show that. No, not, of course, because that will be there. In many situations you will face that sort of feeling, but that's fine, that is very fine, that's okay. But just look into the person's eyes and talk about yourself. I'm Kritika. I'm from Dindivanam. I passed out of this college. My interest is this. And which is your favorite subject? Which is you are, they will ask you many things. What about your weakness? What about your weakness? Oh, are you going to say everything related to your weakness? Of course, because you need to improve that part, and they have to understand you very well if you are going to explain that in brief. Not in detail, but it should be precise, and you have to be very smart while replying this particular question. What is your weakness? What do you say? As a fresher, What do you say? If you are experienced, then the answer will be very different. That's going to play a very big role in many interviews. When they ask this particular question, what is your strength? There are many things to say. Then what is your weakness? Oh, I didn't expect this question. No, you can't say that. This is the more important answer than any other question or any other answer in the interview. It's going to judge your position in that particular organization. So you must be aware of all these questions, and you have to be very smart, and ultimately you are going to represent yourself. So instead of giving the answer to you directly, you must think of yourself, how you are going to represent yourself and how you are going to grab that big opportunity, how you are going to thrive in that place. It's all about your answers. Thanks for your time. Have a good night.